Harmidillo is gone. Can Dooley still dominate? Oh yes, with a Pygmalion nerf. Not dominating the early to mid game anymore. Dooley can finally shine, especially those mental crit core builds, and this video will explain you perfectly how to make the crit core just fly to 10 wins without struggling at any point, even destroying burst Vanessas. Enjoy. We're going for a crit core. Crit core gets the bonus rightmost item. Then we're gonna scoobity poop up small to large items, and we're gonna be absolutely devastated about what we're seeing. That being said, we will pick up the memory card and actually the GPU, as they're not terrible choices. Then we're going to fight the kimono. The plan is a fight takes 30 seconds until the sun comes, and this is 12 seconds for a memory card to get one value. We're going to get the memory card at least twice off. That's it. Pick focusing on property synergy is way cooler than weapons. I totally agree. I like Pick the way it is way more as well. You're not the only one. I'm 100% digging that more. Okay, let's get 2 value plus, guys. 3 damage. Ooh. Gaming. Medium items. Give me something cool.
What can I get you?
Thank you. That's the pulse rifle. That's the coolest thing I could have essentially gotten. Now, you could consider playing the weak point detector as well, but we need a friend. And we don't have a friend. Okay, sells items. We get a friend, did me. Buy him, sell the memory card, and buy a good old crypto scam. Amazing. Now, what you could consider is to just kick the stupid core out to at least do some damage. Seems terrible, but what else are you going to do? Why is shooting 3 times so good? That's a great question. If the pulse rifle shoots 3 times, it triggers also your core 3 times. It charges it 3 seconds forward. The goal would be, with a pulse rifle and a lot of other stuff, to have your core essentially rapid fire shooty pew pew. That's what you more or less have in mind. The more I see other people play Pygmalion, the more I notice I just gotta go defensive Pygmalion from this point on. Yeah, just screw offensive in any way and just play full defensive Pygmalion. Long time no see, my fault. Well, welcome back, sir. I mean, I'm here anyway, so if you choose to appear as well, that's a bonus. We're going for a freeze ray in the beginning. Not super enthused by that, but I'll do it. More core damage. That's a really nasty, lucky upgrade core. You get this rarely, but it works. Good start. Could technically try to get a cake to boost the damage of the core and the pulse rifle early on. That's not bad. So you go for a liquid and you're going to get yourself a cake. Can we use it against the 10 city mayor? That might be very greedy because he gets 30 shield and you don't do that much damage, but we should just do just enough damage. So this cake here permanently increases the damage of the left and the right item. You would say crit increase is better, but we have other ways to increase the crit, and the crit is useless if you don't have damage. Like, if your base damage doesn't exist, what you gonna do then? So we need essentially that increase that we can then like be able to do more damage in the long run down the line. And that's where the food vendor is surprisingly good. I never give her the credit she deserves because like you never vibe with it that much. But getting this permanent increase, like we just doubled the damage of the pulse rifle. And since the pulse rifle does a triple shot, doubling the damage seems pretty nice to me. Let's see, I can now go back. Boom, triple damage. Now, I would like to fight the monster in the past, but we actually need to go for weapons to potentially get the pulse rifle to silver. Because if I get the pulse rifle to silver here right now, it goes up to 40 damage. That's 120 damage blasts right now. To your questions, why pulse rifle? That's why pulse rifle. Toughness items, yes, could get a duct tape. No duct tape. I am going to sell you to check for duct tape. Did get a power sander. That is amazing. Power sander is going to increase our damage. Very nice start currently, as I essentially have 120 damage boost, followed up by another damage boost from my core, because my core might have 7 seconds cooldown, but this pushes it forward now. So you essentially have this one being pushed forward by the triple shot, and the power sander is also making it more powerful. And look at him. He's almost dead in one blast. And we're scaling stronger every single time. Lasered. Skills can make or break builds. Yes, they can. And that's the beauty of it, I think. I mean, not getting certain skills feels heavily punished, but at the same time, getting certain skills feels super great. Get a small tool. Thank you, duct tape. That's what we're looking for. And then we're going to give our... Technically, you should give your leftmost weapon the damage. That would be the best boost you can go for. Realistically, the crit enchantment is also really strong. I tend to go for the damage on the core because more damage is king on that one. We should probably just aim to play this for 2 more right now. Non-weapon items. We don't need a non-weapon item currently, so let's go forward. And we're definitely able to kill the rogue scrapper. And I want the cake fully charged up. And funny story, if I get to level 6, I could level up the cake, guys, to put out the cake again. Yep, double cake plays. What do you think about Ballista? Terrible. Clarence is better. Yes, these are real names, Chad. Oh, nice. The junkyard. Good. We're definitely going to the mountain pass now, and we fight whatever we get. Retiree is going to be harsh, but we have what it takes to kill him. I'm pretty sure. We're actually going to go for full damage. Screw the defense here right now. Full damage. Sell the cake, because I said we can go for the cake place, not that we should. Good. He might do some stuff here, but look at my... Let's go, chap. Quick core is so dangerous. This is my favorite way to play Dooley. Also shows that you don't need a Harmidillo to stay on curve. I mean, we lost 1 round, yeah, against the shielding guy, but, you know, 1 behind curve. This one would be insane with first aid in. We are getting friend loot. Friend loot is OP. Like, there's no questions asked. Cooldown down. More crit chance. This might be only 1%, but it's worth it. 1%, more and more. 1% down, more, and more. Good. I'm gonna put that in here. Power sander on the pulse rifle would be more damage wholesale. At least having the power sander out at all is good. Might put it like this way currently, as we're still getting enough shielding from this to stay alive, but we get more damage in the long run. What does turbo mean as an enchant? Turbo is the haste enchant. 1, 2, 3, boop. Sir, you get like a lot of healing already, but you have no chance. You're getting pulse rifle, my friend. Yep. Boop. Fantastico, Chad. Full armor, full rifle, full everything. Should be an easy rundown. We could get a slow item. That's on core activation slow, but I'm going for non-weapon items. As there are things like the weak spot detector, for example, which could scale our damage, but we're not going to go for this right now. That's a GPU. It's not even bad. We could also go for the remote control, which activates the core. Now, it's not good, but like to have or not to have. So we're getting a silver skill, but they're all useless. So we're going to refresh. First time you use a large item, we're probably not going to use large items. When you upgrade a friend, other things get damaged when you slow freeze. I think slow freeze is the best choice. And we're going to kill Deadly Crooner. Deadly Crooner has, I guess, only the scrap for you or the med kit in case you get first aid in. So we get a haste on our core right now. We got the triple shooty. We need a ray. So what we're looking for is an alpha ray. Is it called the alpha ray? The one that gives us damage when it's being used. Oh, you just need combat core. I don't play combat core in this build. More damage, more crit. You know what? That more crit is actually nice, bringing us further forward. Let's go for random items. He is a better friend than the burn friend, because the burn friend does nothing. The monitor lizard ain't bad, but he's just better, as he will get boosted his damage later. We get an schematics. Always buy the schematics, because if I now upgrade an item, no matter if you want to play the item or not, the schematics gain value, and then I can sell them. 2 income, that's huge. 7 or 5 spread throughout the days is just crazy. What is the consideration when you do not go for the wrench guy? I feel like I always go for him, but I don't know if it's right. Which wrench guy are we talking about? Ciao, who won the race? Who won the damage race? I won the damage race. Look me in the eyes. Without your arms dealer thingies, you have no chance. Zara for the haste skills, chat. When I use a non-weapon item, haste a weapon, Boom. Into a slow skill. And that would be when you slow your items getting crit. Nah, slow freeze. More. Now we're going to kill out first aid in. So this is a non-weapon item, non-weapon item, non-weapon item, non-weapon item, non-weapon item. And they would haste a weapon. Now we actually have to get rid of Chris' army knife because he could get hasted and that's bad. But you want to have your core and the pulse rifle essentially permanently hasted right now, as that would just be absolutely brutal. So that's probably the best haste to get in the beginning. The PvE encounter that can drop the wrench. Yeah, you're always going for that. No questions asked. You go. What am I going to upgrade? I could make this diamond right now, but it's actually useless to have that diamond. The GPU further upgraded is nice. The beta ray is useless. Honestly, I'm just going to push the core because the core in diamond has the most crit chance. So that's why you want to push it further forward. Just scam is not being sold like that. This is going out. We are going to have to replace you, even though you were better. Chris Army Knife, I'm sorry. Medium to large items could be useful, but right now we need non-medium to large items to do things. So we're going to go for a haste item. That is a beta ray. I was really not looking forward for you, but here we go. And then go for more haste items. I'm looking for Aiden. I'm not looking for you, sir, at all. I hate you. Sorry, I don't hate you. I told you something, right, Chad? Upgrading. Upgrade schematics. More schematics, more pew pew. The solar farm is useless because we don't have any burn and we won't get any burn to use the solar farm. That would be the cool LEDs, which are an incredible useful item over the remote control in my eyes. When this gains haste and the weapon to the left gains damage to the fight, nah, it's useless. We can go for the cool LEDs as they give a significant amount of slow. And we can actually sell the remote control. And then we could also sell the schematics, but we're not going to do that yet. The cooling fan is useless unless you would have burn. I feel like this burn fantasy of you actually having burn is useless. What we have to do is we have to swap the grinder on the other side. And the main reason is that we want to get as much shielding as possible against Vanessa. If it was Pygmalien, I would do it the other way around. But Vanessa is always a race. It's rarely that Vanessa is not a race early on, right? It's mostly that she does something. So getting this more ammo value is usually more useful than... Oh, you're going to die before your thing gets unfrozen, sir. Good. We don't need a weapon. We need, like, non-weapon items in every capacity. That's a banana upgrade. Cool. It's a duct tape, I know, but I call it a banana. I have problems. Don't ask. Get a tool. There's a bunch of tools I need, but gumballs would also be really nice for this. I don't have the funds for gumballs, though, so let's get a tool. Okay, but are you, like, is this hidden camera? Like, I'm just getting all the things I technically don't need, but that they're still amazing to have. I'm not sure if we could kill the Inferno. We do a lot of damage, and we do a lot of damage fast. I feel like we might make a mistake going for the Inferno. But at the same time, I do want to know how strong we are. So we're going to sell this for 8 more crit, and then we're going to go for it. And if it fails, I'm going to hate myself. But if it works, I'm going to be happy. Yes, 2,000 life. Yeah, but we do like 150 laser super haste, 150 laser super haste. Like, see, we're just... Even before he goes like for his first swipe with a weapon, you get him like overwhelmed. See that? And we have 681 shield because of the duct tape going crazy. Core cooldown down is 100% what you're going for. 5.2 seconds. We're going to go for another encounter. And kill the Dire England. Dire England would be insane. When you use a weapon, give it 4 crit chance for the fight. If you get aggressive, I mean, that's triple cast on the pulse rifle. That's instantly 12 crit chance. The same goes for the core, which is actually spamming away. Even if I get the Eagle Talisman, it's incredible. Useless. Burn items. I would usually not go for burn items, but it's items with a burn enchantment. And the burn item, like, it could be something like her. Fiery Miss Isles. And yes, Miss Isles is the best friend you could get here. Because Miss Isles is another dual cast. The only problem with Miss Isles is that she doesn't haste other stuff. Good. More friend loot. I kind of like the more crit chance, but more friend loot could be cooldown reduction. Well, Miss Isles, here's your bonus burn. So we got 5 triggers right now, ASAP for the critical core. 5 triggers. Is Harmidillo out? Yep, Harmidillo's out. And Harmidillo was fun to play, but it was never, like, exciting, right? Because a Harmidillo gameplay was so straightforward that it wasn't even a challenge to pull off. Okay, what we're missing right now is a damage scaler. You notice that we have quite some damage because we upgraded things luckily and we pushed ourselves forward, but we're missing an actual damage scaler, something that brings us further forward. There's no medium to large item that does that. There's only a small weapon that does that. Oh, wow. We get a golden rocket launcher. This is my favorite item in the game. Sadly, it won't work for this board. And it's time to actually go for gumballs. Time has come. That was a lot of crits. Brings us up to 41% already. Why is the core to the far right? Because it's an Uzi. The core is also useless here because it would get crit to my units. But why would I get crit to my guys when my guys have already some crit? And it's just better to have the critical core go crazy. The critical core machine gun is always better in the long run, because you can trigger it so often that it becomes self-triggering. Especially when the core is hasted, you will have an item that just triggers itself. You reduce the cooldown to like roughly 3 seconds, and then due to the trigger on the left side, or 4 seconds, due to the trigger on the left side, plus the own critting, it just shoots every second. When you heal, you poison. If I get a first aid in, that would be incredible. Orient for tools. That is our soldering gun. Finally, we've been waiting for you. Because the soldering gun is another triple cast if you then put a tool right next to it. We could play the weak spot detector if you wanted to. So that could be a damage scaler instead of the power sander. But the problem with the weak spot detector is this one is only silver. Let's play it for the time being. We'd have to put the banana out though. And I'm not sure if that's the plan here. It would, though, over-trigger everything like there's no tomorrow. It's probably the greediest gameplay I've done in a long while. Get a shielding item because it could be a shielded pulse rifle upgrade. It could be a shielded soldering gun, shielded weak point detector, all of these. Shield items are not only normal shield items, they're also enchanted shield items like the capacitor, for example. More XP, more shield, more core, more damage, more shield, more XP. Since we're playing Vanessa, I am going to put this one out again. Put that in between. These two actually. Now put that one in between the right side. Yep. And play the power sander. It's just the best way to stay safe. Every single game I'm only drawing BS. I'm at a nice day 5 with 0 wins again. It happens, Magarus, and it can be very frustrating. I have no advice for you because sometimes you're just at an unfortunate streak. Get overwhelmed, nerd. That slow was horrible. It like so hardcore slowed me. I really didn't like to see that. I need to learn to adapt to different characters. As you've seen there, I took the banana back in because I knew the duct tape was going to win me against Vanessa. And usually I wouldn't have played the duct tape because I don't need it. But in this case, in this fight, it was just the better option to actually play that. Okay, weapon upgrades for more damage could be a thing, so let's give it a try. No weapon upgrades. She's useless when this gains haste. This gains 10 damage for the fight. It's not when your friends gain haste. It's only when this gains haste, which actually makes her not so good, even if you have a metronome. You can play Hamlet. Hamlet is a funny friend, especially if you play him together with the cool LEDs. What you have to imagine is that Hamlet gets triggered by overcharging the core multiple times, especially when you have charge 2. And that makes him just like go crazy. Okay, we're playing with this the Burninator bot, and I'm just going to show you the difference here right now when we're going full damage, okay? Instead of the going anyway for defense. My core gets used to it slow. If we slow, the weak point detector skips a charge. Then we have the triple charge here. If this triggers, again, we slow. Then we charge, then we get more damage and so on. And just to show you versus the Burninator bot, because he's a good... Oh, nice. We could get the weak point detector for 3 seconds. And golden is actually insane. And like you're essentially like we're starting at 98 damage and now we're sitting at 110 damage already. So it's like it's working really nicely with the overcharging here. That one is slowed, so that made it slower. But we're essentially increasing our damage. And if we increase the rarity of the weak point detector, it works. But you're giving away any defense. So it's like the full-on hardcore super offense gameplay. We're gaining XP because I want to go here. Haste items, please. Give me something turbo. Turbo hacksaw. I kind of think the turbo hacksaw could be insane because the first time you use this, destroy a small enemy item for the fight. A turbo drill. I hate you because you make me think about playing you. Why would the turbo drill work? Well, it charges forward, and with slowing and burning, it would actually go and trigger and then haste things. But none of these turbo items were actually amazing. They were just, they were. See that we can get a tool upgrade. That's a metronome. Interesting. Metronome is quite powerful if you think about it. Like, you can put the metronome for the core to have it like permanently hasted. This is not what I want, but this is what makes sense to a degree. The cool LEDs would actually be better here because they're 4 seconds. So it's 2 seconds trigger, then it's 2 seconds haste, bop, 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 bop. So that would work for perma haste. I just got 10 wins with Vanessa and it felt better to beat 3 pufferfish in a row. Yep. The pufferfish is definitely overtaking at this point. They're kind of something. I don't think we're at a like it's a problematic scenario yet. Yeah, see, we're permanently hasted, Shan, so that's good. That freeze is a problem, but we might kill him before he kills us, so we're actually good off. Yeah. The ballista seems good, but the ballista shoots so slow that it's worthless. I mean, he might have 35 multicasts, but he goes pop, 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 pop. You're like, okay, are you like, is this supposed to hurt? When you shield, your weapons gain damage, and I just won. So at this point, I don't need any scaling anymore. It's over, Jon Snow. Let's go for HP. So I just won. Upgrade our core to full because that is now a 46% damage core. So what happens is, if he shoots 3 times, all my weapons gain 60 damage. Ta-da! Oh, and then he shoots 3 times again, and my weapons get 60 damage again. So my core just goes up to... wait, where are you at right now? So we just get the core up to 338 damage. Good. A burn skill. I mean, since we're burning here, it might make sense. We could go for burn crit. That's burn haste. You know what? Burn haste, let's go. I mean, our missile shoots and haste, so that's great. Better health toughness item. Oh, we're gonna buy this one. And we're gonna instantly sell it because it's 4 more damage. Because, why not? More's more. You could play Balloon Bot. It's when you burn. No, when you burn. No, when you burn. This says when you burn. When you burn. When I burn. When I do burn. No, when I'm burned. When I do burn, I get haste. It would otherwise say when you gain burn. Okay, so there are 2 things. It's when you burn, you do burn, or when you gain burn. When I gain burn, then I'm burned. Okay, he has the double whammy and 7,000 life. I'm kind of impressed by your 7,000 life. He has a double whammy triple cast. Well, we just gotta kill him before he becomes a problem, okay? Chad? So we just gotta annihilate him because, okay? Is that fine for you? Is that fine for you, Chad? Is that fine for you that we're just gonna kill him before he becomes a problem? Like, and that's why we're again playing the super core, because the core's right now at 2.1 seconds cooldown reduction. If one of these guys crits, or if it crits itself, it charges itself. The only thing that I could do better right now is kick the freaking soldering gun out and get a fiber optic cable. That's the only thing that would be better. You are useless because my core's already upgraded. You could technically play barbed wire because barbed wire would go crazy, but no. We're going to get more burn item cooldown reduction. Yeah, sure, why not? Just trigger faster. And a crit skill. Please, pretty please. When you haste, give your items crit chance. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, for my opponents. So, when we burn, we haste. Burn, burn. When you use a non-weapon item, haste. Haste, haste, haste. When you haste, crit. When I crit, charge. Okay. No problem. I don't need the XP, so let's do sparring partner. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get 100% crit on everyone, and all our dudes are going to do a bajillion damage. So, we're going to laser it out, okay? And then we're going to laser it out a second time. Then we're going to laser it out a third time. And the thing is, like, the loop is obviously infinite, so we cannot be stopped. And we're just gaining like crazy amounts of everything, and everything is like kind of like hasted, so that's kind of like working really, really well. And look at it, look at the critting of my core, like how fast it's just generally critting. I'd have actually put the banana next to the core at this point. We're just making money. We're gonna break the game. So our core's up to 1,000 damage, chat. That's the good old 1,000 damage core already. The game is working, trust me. Everything is fine. Can we do another round, chat? What do you think? Don't forget our damage is going up. You can't keep up with the triggers. Nope. Wait, look at that 123 seconds haste. Come on, one more. One more, boys. We can get him down. I mean, we went up to 39 gold, so I guess my choice was already good. Hey, look at this. The 2,000 damage core. Another shield skill, please. Oh, that one is useless. Medium shield items. Your small shield items. Medium to large. Nope. I need small stuff, so we're going to buy gumballs. And right now, with the triggers we're doing, I feel like the core is triggering more. So I'm better off actually hasting up the pulse rifle. I do believe my core is triggering more than the pulse rifle in the long run. I trigger more than 3 times, like every 2.9 seconds. Way more. Actually, check that. That's a nice claw you're having. And unless your claw has crit, we should be fine. By the way, look at his life, Chad. Look at his life just leave the earth. We did make less shield this way around, interestingly enough. We got more haste, but we made less shield. Good. I want not medium items. I really don't want medium items. I'm going to take here more shielding. A poison enchantment? I really don't need a poison enchantment. But there's this thing here called the metronome, and that's whenever you bingle bangle around, you just poison. So I guess. I mean, I also have when you heal, you poison. So I guess, yay. Let's try the Void Colossus because I need to always try him. Kern, thank you for the 30 months of support. Motnara and Trinitro, again, thank you all for your subscriptions and support. If you did find your Prime subscription, don't forget to use it, chat. Do appreciate it. Thanks for so many of you being here and enjoying the Bazaar. We have had our viewer numbers recently on Twitch, on TikTok, on Twitter, on YouTube, so everyone seems to be enjoying it. And by daily, more are joining, so if you have questions, feel free to ask. We have a beginner tutorial on YouTube. We will make another one, okay? Because I feel like the one is good, but for the open beta, we're probably going to do one more. Gold items could be something nice. Is not. We got chat. When we burn, your shield items get more shield. Let's level up further so we could squeeze out a bit more damage. Maybe here like another 10. Maybe another burn item cooldown reduction, so these would trigger faster. And again, I would kick the soldering gun out and I would put a fiber optic cable in if I've ever had gotten a fiber optic cable. Guy, thank you for the Prime support. Put banana next to the core. No, the triple cast is actually better. We tried it the other way around and it turns out that the triple cast is better. Okay, he's using 2 bees in case 1 bee gets frozen. Is that the plan? I'm technically able to outdamage him if I don't die, because I have more scaling than him, so he scales a little bit with his item, right? But I scale my damage quite a lot. Like you can see this, right? My damage is just going through the roof. He's like getting a little bit scaling, and I'm just like, okay, listen, bruv. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. That is 10 wins, ladies and gentlemen. Day 11, only 1 less. GG. I need to leave though because it's kind of broken now. We did it! 3 new chests. Let's go.